Hey, good evening. My name is Wallace Bradley, and I'm the host of the Bradley Report. This show is being presented by United in Peace, Inc. I'm also the president of United in Peace, Inc. The topic of today was put together by none other than the chairman of United in Peace, Inc., and that's Terry Marsh Bradley. And I'm so blessed to be married to her. Married her 3 times, man.
Did you?
Yeah, man. Not because I messed up twice.
Oh, but you messed up once.
Once.
And had to catch up 3
I
times.
had to catch up 3 times.
Okay.
You know, I got a special guest on my show. He's very special to me.
Oh, thank you.
Because I know the trials and tribulations that he went into. He had a vision. I watched his vision. And then one day, cars flying all up and down Lakeshore Drive. They getting through the traffic when they had the air show, and I'm wondering what's happening. And I get a call. The brother see me down, because, you know, he's also the man behind the camera. He can see. He give me a call, look up. I'm looking up, but I can't see him. But he was the only guy that was allowed to be that high in the sky, along with the CIA and everybody else getting through that traffic. This brother also, he's going to get into it because I'm going to ask him.
What you asked?
I'm going to ask you the question, how did you get there? And when my viewing audience realized, first off, we're going to start here. Tell them your name, man.
My name is John L. Alexander. I'm the publisher and CEO of On Air Daily News, news conglomerate that we're putting together to help get information out from the black perspective, and as well as any other perspective, but mainly the black perspective, going through challenges like getting in the NFL and the NBA and all that other good stuff. And we're getting into that just a little bit, but that's just a little bit about who we are, working with the DNC, working with the was that the NRC?
Yeah. No.
RNC. Okay, I got it backwards.
Yeah.
Republican. I can't help myself. But just making sure that we make a presence in what we're doing out here in the news, and making sure that other black newspapers know exactly what's going on. And so that's been my vision and my goal, and we're making it happen.
You know, the sister I call like the nucleus. Naima?
Yeah, you talking about Naima?
Yeah, I'm talking about Naima, man. You know, man.
Yeah, I was going to bring her up later. I just didn't want to bring her up during the introduction, but she's a catalyst point in the group, too, as well. She's also my business partner, and without her, in some instances, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have really
Correct, that's correct.
We have to give homage where homage is due. She writes, she makes sure our stories are put together right, she makes sure we have captions, she fusses at us, everything. And, she's a late person, very, very, very late person, but,
yeah.
But she get the job.
But, her fussing ain't cussing, because when you get through, we both had to scratch. Well, you can't scratch your.
No,
I'll scratch on my hair out, yeah.
The man's coming down.
The thing that's important too, brother, man.
Yes, sir.
You got the cameraman, brother.
Marcus Robinson. Which one?
The brother with the glasses. People don't realize he be in the room. He's so down.
Oh, that's Marcus, man.
Yeah, man.
That's my little brother, Marcus Robinson.
Yeah.
That's the person I call when I can't make gigs. I trust him with his photography. He's a little quiet, a little shy, but he definitely gets the job done. He's my protest photographer. I can't do that. He's good at that.
Hey, man, and he's real quiet. You don't realize it. I see him everywhere. We just look at one another. We just get a high sign, and he don't like to be posing. He like to catch you doing what you do.
Yeah, he does.
Now, how did y'all get so blessed to be the only, can I say, for lack of a better phrase, black news media team or black media team? No. News media team that have to be black.
Right.
Totally.
Well, it was the idea of myself and Naima. Naima had already had her set going on with the Media Connection, and we partnered up here because we did a lot of shows here in Can TV as well. But we wanted to be able to put some news out and let people know what we were doing, really mainly Gator in a positive way. And that's her role. She liked the positive news. Yes, sometimes we got to do the bad news. So we've done Ferguson, Michael Brown, we've done all those things. You know, we covered Reverend Jackson for 17 years, you know, being his personal photographer. So it started there. And so when this DNC thing came up, Gator, we just decided we just going to be the biggest media team on there.
Hey man, you called.
And we called everybody that wanted to get an access to the DNC.
Me included.
And say, come on, let's do it. You got to do a background check. You got to do this. You got to do that. And you know, we didn't care if you had whatever you had in your background. We just wanted you to try. And everybody that we put on so far, no matter what they had going on, got approved to do that. And so we're very, very, very proud of that. And we got to give homage to Naima again. And to that point, because she wrote all the letters. We had to put this together. We had to put that together. It was not as easy. We had kept calling down there and making sure that everything gets done, you know. And we told people, hey, if you don't come and you don't show up on time, Gator.
Oh, I'll be on time.
You're going to miss it. And so we had a couple people that miss it, and they, you know, they haven't got the ID. And so with you, you know, I know me and you had our odds for that moment, and we just hung up the phone and went back where we had to go to, but that's what two brothers do.
That's because we know we had Naima back.
But we got everything done. You know, Gator will have his police press pass coming up this Thursday, and we are really, really proud to see that our team is really making it. We got a large team of 26 to 32 people that's covering the DNC. We haven't got all the information on the RNC so far right now. I think I'm about the only one that's probably covering the RNC. But we there.
You know, my thing is, what I was alluding to also, is whenever the president or the vice president is in town, you three people, explain how y'all in the entourage, they call y'all, they let y'all know y'all on almost like 24/7 phone call type thing.
Well, you know, the way that happened, I think we had so much contact with the White House, me and Naima did, going back and forth to the White House. Some days she get approved, I don't get approved. Some day I don't get approved, she get approved. But we encouraged each other to continue to keep going to the White House, continue to go into the White House. So being with Reverend Jackson, you know, I got all that other clearance to do Kings and Queens of Africa and different things like that. So we stayed with contacting with them and contacting something. So when the president come in, we get the email from the White House, we fill it out and we go. And then one day we was in the motorcade, and me and Naima and Marcus was like it was only 6 of us. And 4 of us was black. I'm sorry, it was 4 of us that was black. And the other one's from Channel 9. I'm not gonna name that person. And we was in the motorcade, and just to be in something like that,
man,
for the first time,
I know it, man. Oh,
I mean, breaking laws with the president is
hey, you
cool.
can't break law with the president. Oh, wait a minute. No one is above the
law. But we, you know, riding down the expressways and seeing the, you know, the Red Wing people stuffing, and everybody just got their protests going on. But we in the cars, we being protected. So we get downtown, and I stopped talking to another congressman, and Secret Service surrounded me and made sure that I was protected. And I almost cried about that, because I would have never thought I would ever see something like that.
Hey, man, like I say, to God be the glory. That's our story, man. You know what I mean? And
but we've been in motorcades more than one time.
Oh, wait, man. Not just the president's motorcade,
but you know,
Jackson.
But here's a funny story though. So me and Naima, I think, if I might be corrected, me and Naima was the only one for media for one of the people that's coming from the White House. So we went to the pizza place to get something to eat. My phone rang. Are you guys coming back? Are y'all coming back? Are we gonna wait for you? Y'all coming back? And me and Naima just took our time. We just ate and laughed and smiled, and our heart was pumping. Because where do Secret Service call you and ask you coming back? When you're supposed to be gone, but they called and they waited on us, put us in the car, and we went and did what we had to do again. You know, that's really, really what we want. We want other people to feel and see. You know, it's a big thing. You know, to come from where we came from, you know, and we ain't got to explain that to nobody. We know what it is to be able to go from one place to the White House, to go and do these things, take photos on the lawn, get shots of the greatest plane in the world, Air Force One.
Oh man, I know, man. You said
I went to a military base, a refueling place in Milwaukee, and I was so close to Air Force One. I was so close to Air Force Two, and you really just like, when I can't believe I'm seeing this thing. It's crazy, and Air Force One is so big, it's so huge, it's so pretty, and you're like, my God, I'm seeing this. So you seen President Obama. You seen the White House. You've been with presidents. You've been with Bill Clinton. I even got a chance to hug Hillary personally with Reverend Jackson at an event. So who would have ever thought that I would get a chance to do that or walk down the street with her in Roseland and walk? And so those are the things that me, Naima, Marcus, a few other people have been privileged to, and now you are.
right.
And so we just want to open that door to everybody.
You know, when I talked to you yesterday, and you said, man, you need to interview me on your show. And I said, okay, come on. First thing you said.
That was today, man. That
wasn't yesterday?
That was today. That was this afternoon. While I was eating some hot dogs down on Ashland.
Well, man, forgive me, man. I still ain't got no. That's what it is, man. But I'm just saying that to say how we're able to move like that.
Yeah, when opportunity knocks and the door is open, you got to put your foot in and go in and just take that moment to do what you need to get done, because opportunities don't always come back to you. You have to take the first opportunity. This is the first time I've been on any show in Can TV probably in 8 or 9 years.
I mean, they did a lot of good work here, man.
Yeah,
they up under the new administration, whole new concept and whole new purpose. They're going to be doing some things with BBC for the DNC convention. But sitting at the RNC, you know how y'all had to come in and do the DNC with the media, letting them know, and then you go north on...
to Milwaukee.
To Milwaukee.
That was a real odd one for me. It was at 9 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't be late. A guy by the name of Brewster went too. He didn't go with me, but he came. And we were the only 2 blacks in the room. And that's not saying there's anything wrong with that, but something is missing, that there's not more of us. Not if the opportunity came and they didn't take it.
They didn't take it.
We went, and I was encouraged to get my butt up and go. I got up at 6:30 in the morning. I got to Milwaukee at 8:15. I was in there with Channel 9. And the great thing about that, Gator, these guys who was here for the RNC, was here for the DNC.
Right.
And they remembered me.
Right.
And I just thought that was a plus. Hey, Mr. Alexander, here's my card. Call me if you need anything. I'm like, wow.
Right. Because see, just like what you were saying about the opportunity, we got to take it. And I'm glad to be a part of you and Naima.
I'm glad you're here too, man. You are important to me.
Right. You know, and the show, with technology being what it is, we're not locked in, and I'm not knocking the mainstream media. But I remember when WGN was the only cable superstation.
No, we ain't trying to be the superstation. We just want to be a station.
Hey, man, that's being super.
We just want to be a station.
A station, right.
We just want to make sure that people who don't know about these opportunities that they say they can't get to or complain about they can't get to, is that you got to do the work to get there.
Right, that's right.
And it's not easy. It's not easy going to the White House for a 10-minute interview.
You know, I've been there.
Right, and you got to go for a 10-minute interview, but it takes you 5 hours to get there.
Ain't no question.
It took an hour and a half to get to Milwaukee for a 14-hour interview. It took downtown, it was an 18-minute program. So you got to look at the fact that those short period of time, it's got to be super valued. The first time I ever seen the director, of the Secret Service is a woman.
Right.
And to see 2 black chiefs of police, one from Milwaukee,
and one from
Chicago, and hear the plans of what they're planning on doing with the city, who they hiring.
Right.
Not everybody is privileged to all that.
Yeah.
And so that's the greatest part about having this on-air daily news, our radio station, the Female Solution, our Roku station that we're working on. That's important for us to be able to give that to some of our young people. So right now we're we can do certain basketball games. I got a young guy, I made him the vice president.
Right.
He handles all the
Yeah, I
basketball.
met him, yeah.
I only do one game and that's it. You know, I don't need to do the game. These guys need to do the game. I'm old. I'm 66. I'll be 67. And so it's time for me to open their door for them so they can put their foot through there. And, you know, and that's what Reverend Jackson taught me.
Right.
Keep opening up these doors. When he used to go down to Silicon Valley or he go out to other neighborhoods and he get arrested, and I'm right there looking at him. I'm crying because Reverend Jackson getting arrested, but there's a reason and a purpose and a desire for his arrest. And so that was some of the things that I got a chance to learn from him. And, you know, being around the Al Sharptons and a Benjamin Crump.
Right.
And what's that, the China guy from, can't think of the white-haired guy. He's a news reporter too, but he's real popular. Or, you know, just being around all those people. But I can remember one time I was going to quit. And there's one reporter from Channel 7 sat me down for about 45 minutes and talked to me. And he said, you can't quit. You too important. I said, what you mean I'm doing? He said, you're doing what nobody else is doing. You covering Reverend Jackson. You're doing this. You're shooting this and you're shooting that. You are important. You can't quit. And that man's name was Jim Rose from Channel 7.
Yep.
I'll never forget that. He sat me down and pretty much made me cry. And then the second person was Art Norman.
Yeah, oh, man, the greatest.
So you got to look at that. And then I got a chance to take photos with Val Warner and Brian Cheverini. So I'm starting to be in the association with these big names,
Right.
even though I keep thinking my name is small. I don't look at myself as a big person in the media industry. I look at myself as just a person in the media industry.
But you know, I think the reason that they look at you like that, because they knew what they had to go through to be able to work for them stations. And it was with the efforts and the push, the efforts and the sludge,
Right.
or whatever it is, from Push and Jesse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when it was Al Sharpton that convinced Jesse to make me a part of his delegation in 1994 when he went to the White House to meet Bill Clinton in the Oval Office.
Wow.
In order to convince him or to tell him not to support the crime bill.
So let me ask you this question. What was it like for you to step in that place?
Hey, man, shocked. I've heard the impression of a deer in the middle of the road and you see the car coming, his eyes just stay open, he's like this. I saw so many programs because I couldn't figure out why am I going to, because you know how I go. Every door you get a different pen.
Yep.
You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was so bewildered. I thought the last door that I go through and come out, it'll be that van where you know how to tell you, come on, you just want a TV,
Right.
and you get there.
Right, it's that kind of thing.
And, right, and the thing about it, I have been to Israel 3 times, and Avis car rental
Yeah. Okay, I know about that.
was trying to put it up, trying to say I stole that rental car, but it was John
That happened
Davis that
before,
rented.
too.
Yeah,
That
John
happened
Davis
before
rented the car. Right? Oh, you on the budget, right? And the killer part about it, the scam was the individual that had gave me the car was using this car for insurance scams. But after she went to lunch and the other lady come and she rented the car to me. And we had the paperwork, everything was straight. I ended up suing Avis and winning. And so I'm in D.C. and I get a call from the media from Chicago Sun-Times. It was Lee Bay.
Okay, I know that.
And Lee Bay say, hey Gator, they talking about arresting you when you come back because you weren't supposed to leave Chicago. And I told them, I said, well, I'll be back Monday.
They can have you.
I know I ain't yet, because ain't nowhere in the world I wasn't gonna go to meet
No, not
with the
then.
president. It was,
You gotta get that done.
you gotta get that opportunity.
The opportunity, yeah. That's
What the young adults see us doing, especially at a time when they trying to erase our culture,
yeah.
for them to see what we doing in a time when their world is TikTok, but they know we understand the importance of being in a Timex movement. What I mean by that, taking a licking and keep on ticking.
Right.
They see that it's possible. We remember when they first entertained the thought about canned TV.
Yeah, I remember the first time I came to Can TV.
Right.
I owe my thanks to Mr. Keith McDonald.
Mm-hmm. Good man.
Keith McDonald.
Good man.
I'm not going to tell y'all what he did, but I can tell you Keith McDonald blessed John Alexander, and I blessed somebody else because of Keith McDonald.
Right, yeah.
And you know, and the story got passed on and on and on and on and on. And through Can TV, I learned to become one of the better photographers and videographers out in the field just thanks to this place.
Right.
And you know, I learned about the multi cameras and switching. The only thing I didn't like was the first time that hard editing I couldn't do when you had to cut it from
right for the feed. Right.
Oh no, I couldn't do that.
They ain't doing that anymore. Yeah, Keith was the master.
Right, Keith was the master.
He's still here. And
but,
you know, the technology that they have now, you don't have to. Ain't no question.
Yep, ain't no question. It ain't none. All I can tell people out here that, you know, doing the DNC when it comes up and the RNC when it comes up, yeah, we're gonna be in the grind of everything.
Right.
We're gonna be in the front with our key people, with our reporters and our writers. Gator is one of the reporters. Right. I'm one of the photographers. Marcus Robertson is definitely one of the lead photographers in this industry. Josh Hicks is another great reporter because he does all of our stories. We got another guy by the name Andrew. He's another reporter. And you know, our colors are actually not black, it's rainbow.
Right.
Reverend Jackson taught me to mix it.
Sure is.
And so now it's mixed. It's a bunch of young people that calls me uncle, pops.
Right.
You know, what's up, unc? What's up? You know, and I know what that means. But, you know, we got to give these young people a time. We got to open the door.
Ain't no question.
You know, we got to open that door and we got to let them in. And then when they act up, we got to spank them.
Right.
On the spot. We got spanked bad.
Ain't no question.
Oh, I remember one time Reverend Jackson got me bad, man. Man, it didn't feel good. But it was right.
It was right.
It was right.
If he don't get you, Jackie's definitely gonna get you.
Oh, the mother did.
You know, hey, before we get off here.
Let me
okay,
before we go,
okay.
You. Gator, you are probably one of the people I admire out in the field. When I see you, what you're doing. Tell me what you would tell a young person that need to get to where you at.
First off, you got to look, listen, and learn. The wonderful thing that I got from being with Larry Hoover was the organizational structure, because we all was functioning illiterate when we got locked up. And we knew Larry Hoover's vision was going from a negative to a positive. So the negative was Gangster Disciple. The positive was growth and development. Words are powerful.
Very.
So I became the manifestation of what growth and development was to be. When he gave me the responsibility to meet with all the different gang leaders for us all to come together.
How did that feel doing that?
Man, real good. Because
I mean, was it any fear factor in that?
No, because the gang leaders had agreed to the purpose for individuals to be able to go across different gang territory to vote. To vote to elect the first African-American woman, Carol Moseley Brown, to the United States Senate.
And it happened.
Yep. The positive was making one whose mind was criminally induced, because that's what I tell the young adults, was to make them have a mindset of civic engagement.
Okay.
And the civics was the voting.
Okay. Now,
and that's how it worked.
So now, you're going to take your press pass this Thursday.
Yeah, man.
So how do that make you feel?
Man, that feels great.
For any of those who don't know what a Chicago Police press pass and what you got to go through to get that, you know.
That's an achievement.
By itself.
That's the second greatest achievement than Reverend Jackson taking me to the Oval Office to meet with the president.
Well,
you know why?
You can thank me and Naima for that one.
Oh, ain't no question about that. Ain't no question about that. You know what? The thing that's so wonderful, man, when I won the award, Transformation Award, because of the 40th anniversary of Can TV, it's like I learned journalism and purpose for media to inform the public.
And you do a great job.
Right. I learned all this in here, just like you learn from Keith, you know.
Yeah.
But all I can say is this: I'm an elder now.
Okay, Elder.
Elder statesman. Yeah, man. The brothers come to me. I got 1 minute. Hey, man.
What?
I'm getting my degree. Viewing audience, you're hearing it here with another newsman. I'll be Dr. Gator. Officially, I'm getting an honorary doctorate degree in urban ministry and social justice because of the work that I've been doing. So there's so many things, you know. And I'm with this church called Brothers Keepers Outreach Ministry, where Chief Apostle is William McCoy. All I can do is tell you, to God be the glory.
Amen. All I can say to you
what-
is, congratulations on everything you accomplished, and more, the best is yet to come. More.
Oh, and no question.
And thank God to all the people out there that view this man. Let's give our hands to Dr. Gator Bradley.
Hey, before I go, I got 1 minute. Give them your name, your phone number where they can reach you, or your email, or whatever, man.
Okay, my name is John L. Alexander. My email is john@onair.dailynews.com. And my phone number is 773-655-8875. And thank y'all for watching. Thanks for looking. And I'm proud to be here with my friend, Dr. Wallace Gator Bradley.
Hey, and that's the Bradley Report. My number is 312-371-6914. Vote, don't choke.